2-16, 2-17 actually. Yeah, it's not looking great. We've sort of really touched on it at the start of the show. Like, they don't really have a true identity. They kind of drafted a very confusing sort of set of players, you know what I mean, or acquired a lot of different players through, you know, the free agency and the draft that sort of doesn't really make sense with what they're trying to create. There's potential there, but I just think, yeah, in terms of how they started the year, the way Jalen Duren took off and, you know, Cade started the year, we thought like, damn, the Pistons would genuinely be a contender here. Well, not even a contender, but just like be a sneaky playing team. But then this is the way they've been playing, whether it's Monty Williams' coaching, whether it's, you know, disgruntled players in the organization. I don't know what's going on, but it's safe to say they are the biggest disappointment, and I don't think we can harp on it any more than we already did at the start of the show.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about the Pistons, besides the fact that, yeah, just a whole lot of like I said before, it's last chance you in the NBA. Bunch of guys who, you know, we'd ride on their potential and upside for so long, but ultimately this could be a lot of their last stops, which is kind of sad to see, but maybe we'll reflect on this team in years like we kind of did with the Trust the Process, original OG 76ers team with guys like, you know, MCW, Nerlens,
Tony Roten.
Tony Roten was the man back in the day. Yeah, there's so many guys there that, you know,
Evan Turner.
I forget, one of my favorite players growing up, just because he was on the NBA top 10 every single night. KJ McDaniels, I thought this guy was...
Oh, I remember him from Clemson.
Bro, he was... his bounce was just... He was so tough, but like tough as in highlights.
And that was number one on the NBA.com.
I love that guy. He does the Australian NBL, which is, I find that weird. But
it was like this montage of him, like, as the years went on, he just shortened it every single time. And we're like, he's like, and that was number one on NBA.com's top 10. And then he just goes, he doesn't even say it, but like, yeah, KJ McDaniels was that man, bro. He was sick. But yeah, that whole team had like a lot of different, you know, pieces that at once upon a time we thought like, I really like this
Stauskas as well.
Yeah.
Oh
but
my God.
It's just, like I said, going back to the Pistons, I think they do have enough talent and potential. They just got to put it together and work out where they're going to want to take the direction of the franchise. Because like I said, they just got a bunch of players now with like positional log jams and kind of like no direction in my opinion. But
one thing I will say though, like we touched base a little bit before, they do have Bojan, and obviously for contending teams, he's still, no matter injured or not, like he's still an asset and they can get a lot of value back because he's the difference between winning an NBA championship to some teams like the Lakers, Denver Nuggets. There's plenty of teams who, even like, if you really want to compete and you're like the young team like the OKC Thunder, you got 1 million first-round picks, like you honestly could make that move. I'm not going to say it would be worth it, but it might not be so bad when you have that many first-rounders and you're already a competitive team out west. A lot of teams
him adding a bit of playoff punch in terms of like, you know, he's played in some big games in the playoffs. I remember that game. Do you remember when he was on the Pacers?
Yeah.
And he played against the Cavs and he just went off one game against like that's the kind of potential we know with that. And he's probably a better player now than he was once upon a time.
What, 20 a game last season?
Yeah, 100%. He was sick, man. But I just think, yeah, in terms of him being on the Thunder off the bench, you know, providing that scoring punch that, you know, that second unit might need. Not that they don't have anything like that on the second unit, but that could be a good landing spot for a guy like Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's a team in the West; they're not really competing with them directly.
Well, I think could really like every NBA team could use him. I'm like, that's not even a stretch. Like every contending team, it's so close this year. Like the Clippers have 4 guys, and we're talking about how they're like struggling. When you have PG, Kawhi, Harden, Russell Westbrook, heck, like that's how you know the NBA is. It's got to be a tough year to win. I know we say that every single year, but
it just gets tougher and tougher the more the years go by.
We have no idea who is going to be in the like championship race. Like Bucks are struggling. Denver have had their struggles despite being really good. Dallas look legit, but they've never gone that far to to the finals. Mm. Dallas is another team. He would really fit next to Luka. So many teams, like I said.
100%.